How's everybody? How are we all doing on this beautiful Monday? But yeah, I thought it'd be fun to rank every hair color I've ever done. There's some good ones. To preface this, they're all selfies. Okay, I made a tier list. I guess I've dyed my hair more times than I thought because it ended up being like 40 photos. We are gonna crack open a cold one. Ready for this ASMR? Let's get into it then. Let's go with, this is baseline. Okay, so we'll kind of go through everything. And I wish these were like easier to see. Oh my god, this just changed my entire life. So this one is junior year of high school. My natural hair color is like a dirty blonde. And that's what this one is. So this is just like, it's fine. I'd say this is good, not great. Because it's like the middle ground. This is like the, the beginning of it all, I guess. I had a haircut. Got a little chop, because it was kind of dead. I always like straighten my hair every day. These are both like the middle ground, It's like just a haircut. There's nothing special going on. Life's too short to have boring hair, so. This is just, a lot of these just are kind of laying the foundation. This was like the first time I ever bleached it. My mom helped. My mom has always dyed my hair until recently, then I started dyeing my own hair. But this was fine. Like, it was just blonder, but it was still like yellowy because we didn't tone it. It was literally just the bleach. So I would say, so this is my senior photo. I'd say this, I like this one because it's like shorter now. It's like a little bit, I'd say like here-ish. It still had the blonde, but then it still looked pretty natural, and it was also curled for the photos, right? But I would say this was like looking good. Like, this was like a nice natural little, still a little long. I mean, I say that now, but now my hair's super short. Yeah, it was fine. I'm actually keeping this here. I feel like the first thing you ever dye your hair is blonde for whatever reason. I think that's kind of the gateway drug to dyeing your hair. This is fun. So, for prom my senior year, I dyed the tips of my hair purple. Because my date and I, that was like our accent color, so I had a black dress, and then he got a purple, like, this part of the tux. Dude, that's totally what it is, though. When you dye your hair blonde, that's the gateway drug, and now look. And then it just evolves. Yeah, so that was fun, doing the purple, like, just the tips, and, like, that, I looked good. Like, this was a good look. The purple was so pretty, and so I'd say looking good. I did really like the tips. I thought it was very fun, and, like, how some people do, like, fun stuff for prom? That was, like, my, like, fun thing that I did, I guess. So then I did get bored of the purple. I was like, okay, it's kind of hard to match outfits with this. Like, I had a hard time trying to pick outfits, so I was like, okay, like, let's cut the purple. Let's get it out of here. So then my mom's like, okay, let's just like bleach it out, and then it turned bright pink. So it only stripped the blue out when we bleached it again, which was insane because the blue historically is like the hardest color to get out of your hair. So I was shocked to remove the foil and see hot pink. So this was like a big panic moment for me, and I was like, I have to go to school like this? Like, oh no. This must have been spiraling mentally because I took a photo of it, but I'm not like really smiling in this one. Like, in this one you can see I'm smiling, right? I'm like, haha, a little soft smile. This one's like, I was like, oh my god, so I had to take a photo of it. And like, I wore it for like 2 weeks probably, and it was like fine. Like, it did grow on me. And then after 2 weeks, we like ran it through again with the bleach. And then I guess you can't really tell from this photo, but I couldn't find a better one. Is half of it turned white, and then half of it there was still like pink spots, and like you could still tell that it was pretty dyed. That was a journey. This was now sophomore year of college. I dyed it pink, like rosy gold, coppery pink. Love this one. As you can see, I dyed her a few more times because of it, but it looked so good. And then this is when I started to learn how to like curl my hair. So this this was really, I loved the pink. This is like never looked better for me. So I had that for a while. I think it just like eventually faded out. So then this was like summer of sophomore year, because this was in like October of sophomore year, and then this was summer, so going into junior year. And then it just kind of faded. It just like went back to blonde, right? So this is fine. This was like, I don't know, it's good, not great. Blonde's blonde is just boring, you know, and it just faded back after a while. So, and then I dyed it pink again because I loved the pink, and anytime I'd go to the store, like people would buy it out, so I'd buy like 2 at a time, and I still have a box in my closet. Honestly, I'd say this one, I also never looked better. Every time I dyed my hair pink, it looked good, and I loved it. And then we get to this arc, which is chaotic. Okay, this was August of 2019. I like dyed it purple because I wanted, like, ideally I was looking for like a lilac purple, and so it didn't work great. It wasn't great. I hated it, and so I was like, whatever, I guess we'll just let it, you know, we'll try again and whatever. But so this was like, must have been spiraling mentally, because it just didn't work out, and I got like upset about it, and I was like, okay, well now I don't know what to do, because I don't want to just bleach it out and like damage my hair. So I let it sit. I let it, you know, try to fade out, and then it turned into this nasty green. It looked like chlorine. It looked like I'd swam in chlorine, and this was bad. This was like, don't let me touch hair dye again. That was a nightmare. Bad news bears. And then I tried to fix it by putting more purple in my hair, because I found this depositing shampoo, like purple depositing, because that's how you're supposed to maintain it. Just dark. And this is my hair like right after I tried it and like left it in. It was not a good look. This is bad. This is, don't let me touch hair dye ever again. We called it the Sham Purple in college, and then all my guy friends used it, and it was fun for them. But this was traumatizing. I tried to style it. It became very hard, and then eventually I stopped using, because I used it a few times to see how it would work, and it's bad. So then I just let it fade, because I was like, okay, I just need to stop using the Sham Purple. So then it turned into this faded stuff, right? And this was like, I'm like, I don't know what to do at this point. I'm just gonna, I guess, let it grow out. And so this was like, maybe this one is up here, because this is like, this is just like the byproduct of me trying to let it grow out, and it was hard. I was like, this sucks. And I didn't want to like bleach it every time I messed up. The aftermath of trying to grow this out was so, I was like, I can't do hair dye for a while now. And I did it. I literally let it grow out. This is like as grown out as my natural hair had been for a while, and this was fine. Like, it's just, because again, I was like, this left me traumatized. This whole scenario, I was like, I just need to not touch it for a while. So I was like, and then I got bored of it. Actually, this has must have been spiraling mentally, because I was too scared to dye my hair again for a while. And then I dyed it pink in June of 2020, because I literally was like, I'm bored, I'm gonna dye my hair. I'm gonna say this one was looking good just because it was kind of just to do it, and like, it still looked good. I think it faded quicker, but that was just because I didn't have a good blonde base. But then we go to gray, and I bought this toner, and the woman at Sally's was like, oh yeah, like, this is like the toner if you want gray hair. I'm like, great, that's what I want. And you can't tell from this photo, but I'm pissed. This was don't let me touch my hair again, because holy cow, that was a nightmare. And I was like trying to make it work. Like, I had it for like a week. I was like, okay, maybe it'll like get better, it'll fade okay, like maybe it's just like because I just dyed it. It was bad the whole time. We color removed it. We like went past bleach and color removed, because that color remover is like stronger, and we color removed it. So I was super blonde, right? I was like bleach bottle blonde, and that's what this was, to get rid of this. I was spiraling mentally because I was trying to get it out, right? I don't love the full bleach look, was not what I wanted. I didn't like it, but I just didn't, I liked it more than gray. And then we tried again because I just couldn't learn. Then it turned out like okay. It was like we used a different one. So it was like a little more like silvery. And I don't know how well you can. Oh, I can really go in. But like it looked good. Like it did. It was like pretty gray. This was good. I would say like this was a looking good for me. So I let it fade a bit, and then it kind of turned into this like super white blonde, which is better because this was no toner, so this was like very yellow blonde. And to the boys in chat, you don't really want yellow blonde, you want cooler toned, because the yellow is like the brassy. So there's purple shampoo because you use color theory, so the purple cancels out the yellow and like brassy tones for the blondes. Purple shampoo for blonde hair is different than this like purple depositing shampoo, because the purple depositing shampoo is like it put the color purple in my hair versus like putting the purple to cancel out the yellow tones. There's a little color theory lesson for you. So after this, I didn't dye my hair again for like 6 months because I was like, I'm just gonna let it grow out for a while. I think I need to. God, I really go through like a yearly thing. I do something different. It doesn't turn out the way I want it to. So then I leave it alone and then I dye it pink. This was like good, not great. This was just boring. Like it was just me like letting it grow out again over the winter, which is really funny that it's a trend, but you need a tier above the top tier for this. Why? Do you like the color of it? The color was good. It just like at that point I was just kind of just like fine. Okay, I'll put it up one. I'll say it's looking good because it was like good. It was like a nice neutral hair color, especially after all the chaos of the other ones. Good. I'm glad you'll take the compromise. I wouldn't say it's as good as the pink though. I think the pink is better. And then it became, this was my hair in June of this year. So you see the like growth of not dyeing my hair for like 6 months. This is like a great photo made, by the way. But I'd say including the haircut, like I gave myself curtain bangs then at that point. I'm actually gonna bring this up to good, looking good, because I think it did look good. I think the haircut made it better too, even though I was growing out my hair. So then I dyed the little parts, my like these parts, which are now really short, blue. I just bought blue hair dye and then just did it just because I was like, why not? And it was easy too. And so I did. And this was actually this look was really cute because I, with my eyebrow slit, I dyed this blue. And then I have blue mascara. So I had a whole blue look going. This was good. This was fun. I did like the blue just because it was like easy and also something different. So I'd say this is looking good for me. I did like this. You think blue never looked hotter? The whole look was blue never looked hotter for sure. Well, if 2 people are saying that it goes never looked hotter, then I'll put it up at never looked hotter. Because the whole look was good. The whole look I did never look hotter. Okay, you convinced me. This is looking good because the split dye love it. I love the split dye. I think it's so fun, and like I've always wanted to do it and I never thought I could do it, and then I ended up doing it and I loved it. So why is the regular glasses pick and good not great? You mean this one here? This like is the same energy as like these two for me. And I think it is a little bit better than these. So you know what? I'm gonna bump it up. The mullet was 10 out of 10. I love the mullet. This is my favorite haircut that I've ever gotten ever. And with the split dye, it looks just so good. So good. So I'd say this was like really good. Because when I cut it, I was like, this is sick. This is really good. Like the layers just look so good. And I was like, I did it myself and I still do it myself. Like you can see, I mean, like you have the layers, so it's like a little shorter, and then it's business in the front but party in the back. Ooh, what's better? Business in the front? Definitely party in the back. Business is like whatever, you know? Business is business is temporary, but party is forever. The only reason I'm putting that one, sorry, I'm pointing, but I can just this. The only reason I'm putting this one in looking good and not never looked better is because this, like where I'm at right now, I think I've never looked better. So this is still pretty yellow. right here, but this is like whiter, and then we had the darker, so this was just money. So this doesn't ever look better. There it is. That's my tier list of all the hair colors I've ever done. It's been a ride, but honestly, it's been like very fun. Greta's helped me dye like my hair the last 2 years. It's so funny to see. I didn't realize that I had dyed my hair 3 times pink. Like I didn't think I thought like I only did it like twice, but okay. Well, thanks for everyone that's tuning in. It was very fun to chat with you all and show you all my different hair colors. Because there's been a lot. There was way more than I thought there'd be. So, but yeah, I will talk to you all soon. And I love you all. And bye. Okay, love you. Bye. Cheers.